Hello my dear students, I welcome your presence in this brilliant classroom. So my dear students, I am proud that you are doing very well studies and you are learning with a joy. It is more and more important thing. So my dear students, in earlier video we have learned so far our brilliant topic 4.1, History of English Drama. History of English Drama. So this is a new lecture. So we have discussed so far regarding what is meant by drama, its definition of the drama, as well as what are the elements of the drama we have discussed so far, as well as we are going to discuss right now what is meant by tragedy, what is meant by comedy, as well as what are the types of comedy and what is combined tragedy and comedy. It is called tragicomedy and one act play. So my dear students, let's discuss in detail. So before going to discuss, so we will have something interesting and something result oriented approach, as well as, so my dear students, you will have a night discussion related to your topic number 4.1, History of Drama. So what is meant by tragedy? So my dear students, tragedy is nothing but whatever story, drama or whatever part of the story is there which ends with sorrows, lot of pains, lot of difficulties, a lot of griefs, then it is called a tragedy. So there are so many parts of tragedies are there. In this, there is a major part of any disaster, any dangerous disaster may happen, or due to that, whatever happen, all people or character suffers a lot, and into that particular circumstances, so comedy is very important. Comedy or comic drama. Then we are discussing about tragedy. In tragedy, lot of disasters are there. Various events of disasters, as well as, my dear students, some of the actors or actresses, they suffer a lot due to some of the disaster situations, dangerous situations, as well as, and due to incapacity, they put to an end, as well as they are ready to face various challenges, adverse conditions, difficulties, disasters, deaths, accidents, and so on. So in addition to this, many of the characters, they face a number of difficulties, and they have to face a lot of challenges and so on. In comparison with comedy, it creates laughter. So comedy creates laughter. In addition to that, comedy creates laughter. Comedy creates laughter, my dear students, as well as which opens up with happy starting very happily and ends with happy moments or enjoyable moments, as well as there are some comic stories are also there which may create laughter. So this is also one type of drama is there. This is also one type of drama is there, and whatever style is there which is light-weighted. Some of the comedies of highest rank and some of the comedies belong to light-weighted comedies, as well as in addition to that, some of the comedies are very entertaining, which entertains to the audience, and a lot of people, which make you a lot of happiness, pleasure, enjoyment, merrymaking, and so on. And in addition to this, whatever comedy is there, which is sometimes satirical, also in addition to that, some of the bad circumstances are there, bad patches are there, but still there is a laughter, there are the comic scenes, as well as in a laughing way, in a playful way, in an enjoyable way, that particular drama or story moves towards happy ending and happy conclusion also. It reaches to the happy conclusion. It reaches to the happy conclusion also. It is also main part of the comedy. And in addition to this, there are so many types of comedies are there. Number one, romantic comedy is also there. Romantic comedy, and it is also great type of comedy is there. Next type of comedy, it is sentimental comedy, which creates sentiments, emotions, which may arouse, which arouse emotions, sentiments. And next comedy is a classical comedy. Classical comedy, it is one of the best types of comedies. And later on, comedy of honor, it is very, very important. Then comedy of manners. So there are various types of comedies are there. So we have discussed so far. So after this, next type of drama is there, tragi-comedy, means plus tragedy plus comedy. Tragi-comedy is there. It is a judicious and very valuable mixture of tragedy also, some sad events, some painful events, and some of the events of the creating laughter and humor. It is called comedy. So there is a mixture of the both elements. Both of the things are interwoven together, mixed together. So this is called basically tragi-comedy, as well as one side there is a tragedy, another side there is a comedy, and both of the parts are interwoven or intermixed, and these are all known as tragi-comedy. And this type of drama creates laughter and forces us to cry, and also forces us to laugh wholeheartedly. At the same time, there are so many events are very enjoyable, very funny and enjoyable moments are there, and which are interwoven into that just like a thread and garland. And some of the plays are very serious plays. Into that, interlude is there. Some of the comic part is there. Very few comic parts are there which are included into that particular drama. So that's the reason it is called tragic comedy. Mixture of some of the painful events, sorrowful events, deaths and accidents. Another side, very enjoyable moments, laughter creating, humor creating, very enjoyable, very happy ending moments. Then my dear students, there is a drama which is a short drama which is known as one act play. So it is a very shortest drama of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Then that particular shortest drama is called one act play. One act play is also there. So which has very shortest drama of 40 minutes, 45 minutes, around something like that. So there is only one act is there. In the one act play, there is only one act content is there, and there are this one act play drama is very different from another dramas, full-fledged dramas, as well as the whole story which runs from one point to another point, which starts here and ends over here, like this in a specific time, as well as there are some scenes, one or more than one scenes are there, as well as into this limited characters are there, as well as into this drama. That particular drama is taken place at one scene only or two scenes only, but there is only one act. And the language is also very simple to understand. Very simple and lucid language is there. And whatever actions are there, which is played fast track. All of the actions are made very fast track, very rapidly. In addition to this, there are so many distinctive features of one act play. What are the features and the best qualities of one act play, my dear students? Let's know more about this. What is meant by one act play and how it plays a very vital role? So my dear students, this type of one act play is known as, for various reasons. So what are the distinctive features and qualities are there which are specially included in one act play? Number one, there is a entire story is there. In one act play, there is a story, whole story is there. Whole story is there. In addition to this, there are some of the selected scenes are there, more than one, but there is only one act is there. Second, there is only one theme included. Generally, that particular story is based on very interesting thing, very enjoyable thing, and the story of the one-act play, it is written in very brief. Story is presented and written in very brief type of story. A very short story is there, as well as and there are no any limitations, and it has to be presented on the stage in a specific time, in a stipulated period of time, as well as the whatever number of the characters are there, which are very, very limited, as well as all the development of the characters. It doesn't happen, development of the characters, because its scope is very limited, 40 or 45 minutes, near about that, so that there is all the characters development, it is not possible. So, next step, my dear students, there are some dialogues in the form of very brief language. Dialogues are very short, very brief, as well as very meaningful. In addition to that, language is also used in the one-act play, which is very simple and simple to understand, and there is no ambiguity and hard to understand. So language is understandable by all the audience, and there is no any redundant or unnecessary details are there. So whatever unnecessary details are there, unrequired details are there, which are generally avoided. And my dear students, there are some stage directions are there, which are given specifically in a particular order or in a particular sequence, as well as all the dramatic events can be completed very fastly with a fast track record, with a fast track actions, movements and dialogues. And this one-act play happens only at one place. At one place only. Which happens at only one place. All the events, they take place at only one place. So this is the main feature of one-act play. In Marathi we may call it Ekankika. Next distinctive feature of Ekankika is one-act plays. There is a place, time, place and action. There is a unity of time, place and action. There is a complete unity of time, place and action is there. Time, place and action. So, my dear students, there can be 3 scenes in the drama. Okay. So there is a unity of time, place and action, as I have told. In addition to that, so there is one action as well as at one place, at one time, simultaneously. Otherwise, it might happen in one day. It may be completed within a day itself. एकाच दिवसाच्या ती सर्व क्रिया ही पूर्ण होते. That's the reason we are able to see the unity of time, of drama, place of drama and action of drama within one day. In addition to this, in this drama particularly, there are so many subjects are there. In our day-to-day life, whatever happens, that particular subjects might be handled, or so many events are there by the help of dialogues, and some of the dialogues are commented, and some of the day-to-day life situations, as well as some of the whatever difficult and happy situations are there, which may be handled in this particular drama. In addition to this, there is a starting point of the drama, there is a specific starting point of the drama and ending point of the drama. Starting and ending. There is a particular beginning of the drama and ending of the drama. There are 2 points, as well as there is a middle part of the drama. Middle part of one act play. Middle part of one act play, starting point is there, then middle part of the one act play, then ending point of the one act play is also there, as well as, my dear students, there are so many steps and stages of one act play are there. There are so many stages are there, steps are there. Number 1, it may be called an introduction. We may call it in Marathi Prastavana. Into this, all characters' introduction is given, and the main theme of the drama, it is discussed in short. Then conflict is there. Into conflict, there is a voyage or whatever. There is a complete voyage of drama, complete scenes of drama, as well as this is called the main backbone of the drama. This is called the main backbone of the drama. After this, there is a highest point of the drama, which may be called climax scene of the drama. Climax scene of the drama, which is called highest point of the drama. In Marathi it is called Parmoch Bindu. So there are so many twists and turns are there into story. There are so many twists and turns are there in the story. And as well as there are so many romantic events are there. Some of the adventurous events are also there. And adventurous things, as well as in addition to that, some of the thrilling, exciting scenes are also there. Some of the sentimental things, emotional scenes are also there. And at the end, so there is a conclusion, Nishkarsha we may call it conclusion or Nishkarsha, which is going to reveal the entire story, as well as which may give you entire description of the story, description of the events, which may give you the whole clarification of the events and details of the events and incidents. In addition to this, there is the last part of the one act play or drama, we can say, which may reveal all of the secrets, and we reach to the conclusion, one particular conclusion. So which are the main stages or steps of one-act plays are there? Number one, it is called an introduction. Number second, conflict means sangharsha. Number third, it is called parmochcha bindu. Number four, it is called conclusion or ulgada. So disclosure of all of the things. So in this way, my dear students, one-act play can be played on the stage and it is very interesting and interest creating. त्यामुळे विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो हे खूप इंटरेस्टिंग असतं आणि वन ॲक्ट प्ले म्हणजे 30 ते 40-45 मिनिटाचं जे नाटक असतं, छोटंसं नाटक, त्याला एकांकिका म्हणतो आपण. या नाटक प्रकारामध्ये एकच अंक असतो. अनेक अंकी नाटकांपेक्षा हे नाटक थोडेसे वेगळे असते. यामध्ये एक संपूर्ण एक कथा असते आणि ही कथा विशिष्ट कालावधीमध्ये सादर केल्या जाते. एकांकिकेमध्ये एक किंवा एकापेक्षा अधिक दृश्य हे असू शकतात. यामध्ये पात्रांची संख्या ही मर्यादित असते आणि नाट्य बहुधा एकाच ठिकाणी आपल्याला घडताना दिसते. भाषा ही त्यामध्ये वापरलेली अतिशय साधी, अतिशय सोपी आणि यामधील ज्या काही नाट्यकृती आहेत त्या जलद गतीने व्यक्त केलेल्या असतात. फास्ट ट्रॅक, all whatever actions happen, action happens in this particular one act play which are very fast track. आता मग एकांकिकेचे वैशिष्ट्य काय विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो? यामध्ये एक संपूर्ण एक कथा असते, परंतु ती कथा जी आहे, संपूर्ण एक कथा, ती एकाच अंकामध्ये सादर केली जाते आणि यानंतर यामध्ये अनेक दृश्य किंवा एक किंवा अनेक दृश्य असू शकतात आणि यामध्ये एक प्रमुख विषय किंवा प्रमुख थीम त्यामध्ये असते, संकल्पना असते. सामान्यतः कथानक हे एकाच रंजक घटनेवर किंवा भागावरती आधारित असते आणि यानंतर अधिक महत्त्वाचे म्हणजे ही कथा संक्षिप्त स्वरूपामध्ये लिहिलेली असते आणि कोणत्याही विरामाशिवाय विशिष्ट कालावधीमध्ये पॉज न घेता किंवा रिटेक न घेता ती मंचावर सादर करावी लागते. ही कला, पात्रांची संख्या यामध्ये मर्यादित असते. पात्रांचा पूर्ण विकास झालेला नसतो. संवाद यामधील संक्षिप्त असतात आणि अर्थपूर्ण असतात. याबरोबरच यामधील भाषा अतिशय साधी, सोपी आणि समजण्यासाठी सरळ अशी भाषा असते, सोपी भाषा असते आणि कोणाला समजू शकेल अशी भाषा असते. यामध्ये कोणतेही गुंतागुंतीचे असंबंध असे संवाद नसतात आणि यामध्ये कोणतेही अनावश्यक असे तपशील त्यामध्ये टाळलेले असते आणि यामध्ये स्टेज डायरेक्शन्स तपशीलवार दिलेले असतात जेणेकरून नाट्यकृती जलदरित्या फास्ट ट्रॅक इमिडिएटली कंप्लीट होऊ शकते. हे नाट्य एकाच ठिकाणी घडते, एकाच सीन मध्ये. आणि महत्वाची गोष्ट यामध्ये एक युनिटी असते, एका सूत्रामध्ये बांधलेलं असतं हे नाटक वन ॲक्ट प्ले. यामध्ये नाटकाचं विशिष्ट स्थळ, काळ आणि वेळ हे एकाच सूत्रामध्ये, एकाच धाग्यामध्ये बांधलेले असतात. त्यामध्ये एक संगपना असतो. नाटक हे 3 घटकांची एकांकिका असते. यामध्ये काळ आणि वेळाची एकता देखील असते. स्थानाची एकता, कृतीची एकता, म्हणजे एखाद्या नाटकामध्ये एकच कृती एकाच ठिकाणी एकाच वेळी घडते किंवा एकाच दिवसाच्या कालावधीमध्ये, वन डे, एकाच दिवसाच्या कालावधीमध्ये सर्व काही गोष्टी किंवा घटनाक्रम हे घडून येतात. हे अधिकाधिक महत्वाचं आहे. आणि यानंतर एकांकिका या नाट्य प्रकारामध्ये जे काही आपल्याला अशा प्रकारची एकसंधता पाहायला मिळते. युनिटी ऑफ प्लेस, टाइम अँड ऍक्शन. यानंतर एकांकिकेमध्ये सहसा दैनंदिन जीवनामधील ज्या काही समस्या असतात किंवा विषय हाताळले जातात किंवा त्यावर भाष्य देखील केले जाते. तर यामध्ये आपण सुरुवात करू शकतो. तर यामध्ये निश्चित एक सुरुवातीचा बिंदू असतो, त्यानंतर मध्यबिंदू असतो आणि त्यानंतर शेवटचा बिंदू असतो. स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट, मिडल पॉइंट and ending point. So there are three stages of drama: starting point, middle point आणि ending point. सुरुवात, मध्य आणि शेवटचा बिंदू असे तीन प्रवासाचे बिंदू असतात नाटकामध्ये. आणि अशा प्रकारे एकांकिका ही पुढे पुढे विकसित होत असते. यामध्ये पुढचे जे महत्वाचे टप्पे आहेत या एकांकिकेमध्ये, तर सुरुवातीला आहे प्रास्ताविक किंवा प्रस्तावना. यामध्ये थोडासा परिचय हा करून दिले जातो, इंट्रोडक्शन दिलं जातं. त्यानंतर आहे संघर्ष. यामध्ये नाटकामधील ज्या काही घडामोडी आहेत या घडामोडींचा प्रवास यामध्ये असतो. हा या नाटकाचा मूळ कणा आहे. आणि त्यानंतर परमोच्च बिंदू आहे नाटकामध्ये. इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड क्लायमॅक्स. क्लायमॅक्स, परमोच्च बिंदू यालाच म्हणतात. यामधील कथेमधील आश्चर्यकारक वळण, रोमांचक आणि थरारक क्षण असे विशिष्ट क्षण यामध्ये परमोच्च बिंदूमध्ये समाविष्ट केलेले असतात. आणि शेवटचा भाग जो आहे तो उलगडा म्हणजेच निष्कर्ष, एक्सपोजर ऑफ, डिस्क्लोजर ऑफ ऑल ऑफ द मेन थिंग्स. कथानकाचा उलगडा करणारा हा भाग आहे शेवटचा भाग. घटनांचे स्पष्टीकरण किंवा निराकरण करणारा नाटकाचा तो अखेरचा भाग आहे. आणि आपण जसं यामध्ये चर्चा केलेली आहे, तर आपण आता नाटकाचे घटक त्याविषयी आपण चर्चा करूया. नाटकाचे कुठले कुठले घटक आहेत? तर सुरुवातीला कथानक म्हणजे स्टोरी, हा नाटकाचा मूळ गाभा आहे. त्यानंतर नाटकाची योजना, त्यानंतर नाटकाचा नमुना किंवा त्याचं स्ट्रक्चर म्हणजेच आकृतिबंध असतो. नाटकामध्ये घडणाऱ्या घटनांची ती एक मालिका असते ज्याला सुरुवात, मध्य आणि शेवट देखील असतो. क्रमांक 2, पात्रे, कॅरेक्टर्स. पात्र हा नाटकातील महत्वाचा घटक असतो. त्यामध्ये प्रमुख नायिका, नायक, त्यामध्ये प्रमुख पात्राला विरोध करणारा खलनायक किंवा खलनायिका ही असते. इतर पात्रे कमी अधिक महत्वाची असतात. कथानकाला प्रमुख पात्रांना पूरक असे आणि चैतन्यपूर्ण किंवा विनोदी असतात. त्यामध्ये व्यक्तिचित्रण, कॅरेक्टरायझेशन म्हणजेच एखाद्या कथेतील पात्रांबद्दलचे तपशील मांडणे, त्यांचे सविस्तर तपशील मांडणे, त्यांचे विशेष गुणवर्णन करणे, यालाच व्यक्तिचित्रण असे म्हणतात, कॅरेक्टरायझेशन असे म्हणतात. पात्रे कसे बोलतात, काय बोलतात, त्यांची शारीरिक भाषा, देहबोली, व्यक्त होण्याची पद्धत आणि त्यांचे इतर पात्रांबरोबर येणारे किंवा होणारे संभाषण यातून हे आपल्याला स्पष्टपणे दिसून येते. यामध्ये पुढचा भाग आहे तो संवाद. 2 किंवा अधिक पात्रांमध्ये घडणाऱ्या संभाषणाला संवाद असे म्हणतात. विशिष्ट माहिती देण्यासाठी, व्यक्तिचित्रण उभे करण्यासाठी, याबरोबरच काही जी गुण वैशिष्ट्ये आहेत ती आपल्याला दर्शविण्यासाठी आणि कथानक पुढे नेण्यासाठी या सर्व डायलॉग्स आणि संवादांचा उपयोग हा केला जातो, वापर हा केला जातो. एक पात्री भाषण म्हणजे एकाच व्यक्तीने केलेले लांबलचक असे भाषण असते. स्वगत म्हणजे स्वतःशीच बोलणे, आजूबाजूस श्रोता असो वा नसो, स्वतःचे विचार आणि भावना यामध्ये त्याचा विचार हा केला जातो आणि या भावना मोठमोठ्याने बोलून व्यक्त केल्या जातात आणि प्रत्यक्ष प्रेक्षकांशी किंवा ऑडियन्सशी हा संबंध व्यक्त केला जातो किंवा स्पष्ट केला जातो किंवा सांगितला जातो. यामध्ये दुसरा महत्वाचा घटक आहे नेपथ्य. तर नेपथ्य हा नाटकामधील सर्वात महत्वाचा प्रमुख असा घटक आहे. यामध्ये नाटकाचा काळ, नाटकाचे ठिकाण, भौगोलिक स्थान या दोन्ही गोष्टींचा समावेश यामध्ये होतो. यामध्ये संस्कृती, यामध्ये ऐतिहासिक कालावधी, हिस्टॉरिकल पिरियड आणि इत्यादी चारही गोष्टींचा यामध्ये समावेश हा होतो. आणि बरोबर त्यामध्ये स्टेज डायरेक्शन, रंगमंच दिग्दर्शन म्हणजेच यामध्ये नाटककाराने कलाकारांना दिलेल्या मार्गदर्शक सूचना. यामुळे रंगमंचावर कुणी कुठून आणि कसा प्रवेश करायचा आणि बाहेर कसे पडायचे. स्टेज डायरेक्शन्स मुळे कलाकारांना कुठे बसावे, कुठे उभे राहावे, कुठे फिरावे आणि स्टेजवरील प्रॉपर्टीज, रंगमंचावरील फर्निचर इत्यादी चीज वस्तू, फॉर एक्झाम्पल टेबल, चेअर, सोफा कसे वापरावे याबद्दल देखील ज्ञान मिळते. त्यानंतर महत्वाचा घटक आहे संघर्ष. संघर्ष हा साहित्याचा अविभाज्य असा एक घटक आहे ज्यामध्ये दोन विरोधी शक्तीमध्ये मुख्यत्वे संघर्ष दर्शविला जातो, व्यक्त केला जातो. आता प्रेक्षकांमध्ये कुतूहल निर्माण करण्यासाठी संघर्ष हा आवश्यक असतो. यातून कथानकामध्ये आव्हाने उभी केली जातात विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो आणि कथेचे उद्दिष्ट कधी साध्य होईल की नाही याची देखील उत्सुकता ही निर्माण होते आपल्या मनामध्ये. आणि यामध्ये नंतर विषय. तर विषय हा नाटकाचा प्रमुख घटक आहे, प्रमुख विचार आहे, प्रमुख कल्पना बीज हे असते जे प्रत्यक्ष किंवा अप्रत्यक्षपणे सांगितले जाऊ शकते, डायरेक्टली किंवा इनडायरेक्टली सांगितले जाऊ शकते. आणि कोणत्याही लिखित साहित्याचा विषय जो काय आहे तो साधारणतः अभिमान, प्रेम, सूडभावना यांसारख्या एखाद्या अमूर्त कल्पना किंवा संकल्पने, एखाद्या विशिष्ट संकल्पनेवरती आधारित असू शकतो. आणि म्हणूनच विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो आपण सविस्तर आता याची चर्चा केलेली आहे. तर पिरियड्स ऑफ ड्रामा, त्यामध्ये मेडिवल पिरियड, मध्ययुगीन काळ, रेनायन्स पिरियड, याबरोबर अनेक असे कालखंड आहेत. रेस्टोरेशन पिरियड आहे, विक्टोरियन पिरियड आहे, त्यामध्ये मॉडर्न पिरियड आहे ड्रामामध्ये आणि पोस्ट मॉडर्न एरा देखील आहे. या प्रकारचे अनेक त्यामध्ये कालखंड आहेत. तर विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो आपण बऱ्याचशा गोष्टी सविस्तर चर्चा केलेल्या आहेत. वी हॅव डिस्कस सो फार रिगार्डिंग टाइप्स ऑफ ड्रामा, its starting point, middle point, ending point, and so on. So my dear students, thank you very much for listening to me with apt and excellent attention. So may God bless you all, enjoy your studies, and always not to forget that take care of your health and learn with a joy. Enjoy your studies and love your studies. So may God bless you all of the students.